It's getting ready for summer today on Let's Cook. Hi, welcome to Let's Cook today, where we are getting ready for summer. I have a terrific menu for you today. The first thing that we're going to make today is we're going to do a spicy cranberry coleslaw with some chives to garnish it. Absolutely delicious. Secondly, we're making a pork satay that's flavored with tahini. Can't show you that yet because we haven't made it yet. And thirdly, we're doing a mini chocolate banana loaf. So these are definitely items that you can use to get ready for summer. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our coleslaw. So we're using cabbage. And I'm just going to split this cabbage. And let me tell you a little bit about something about cabbage right here. Because cabbage is loaded with antioxidants. It helps prevent certain cancers that have to do with the gastrointestinal area, basically the esophagus, stomach, and colon. Cabbage itself has certain sulfurous compounds that have a tendency of making some people not like cabbage because when you cook it, it gives off those sulfurous compounds. And some people even say it might cause a little bit of flatulence. I guess that's based on the individual. But it's also loaded with vitamin C, beta-carotene, both antioxidants. And it's an excellent source of folate, which is used for normal tissue growth. So, you know, it's low in calories, it's low in sodium, and it's loaded with vitamin C. What a great vegetable. So we're going to take this cabbage, and all we're going to do is shred the cabbage. I took out the core right here, and then to shred the cabbage, what I like to do is, instead of going straight down, I come down on a little bit of an angle like this. Then I turn the cabbage this way, and I'll come down a little bit, and then I gradually straighten it up as I go through. Then I take my shredded cabbage here, and you're going to soak this overnight in water with salt. Now I have some already soaked here, and you can see when we look at this right here, you can see how dry and crisp it is. The salt actually dries it out. Then we'll just take this, we'll drain this off. Just want to drain this off. Now what I'll usually use is I'll use about a tablespoon of salt to a quart of water when I'm making this. So we'll just put this right in here. So we have our cabbage in there. It's nice and crispy. Additionally, we'll take a red onion right here. We're also going to julienne the red onion. So when you julienne the red onion, you cut it very thin. We'll take it this way, and we're just going to slice it as thin as we possibly can down. Whoops, almost got myself there. We'll just slice this nice and thin down, turn it around this way, make this very thin. The other ingredients that we're using in the coleslaw here, in addition to the onions right here, and we don't want too many onions, so we don't want them to overtake the coleslaw. Additionally, I have some cranberries right here. Now, what I did with these dried cranberries is I just soaked them in a little bit of warm water here, just to soften them a little bit. I'm even going to use some of that water for the dressing. So we put the cranberries in there with a little bit of that water. We have a little bit of sugar here. I'm using cranberry juice concentrate, just a little bit here. A little bit of raspberry vinegar because I'm making almost a red coleslaw here. And then a little bit, based on your taste, a little bit of cayenne pepper here. I'm using about 1/4 of a teaspoon right here. We just take this now, toss this together, and let it marinate. See how the cranberry juice kind of colors the cabbage there? And the reason I soak the cabbage overnight in the salted water is because this way we'll maintain the integrity of the dressing. It'll really help prevent the cabbage from getting too soft and wilting. Let me just set up this plate right here. Just toss this around a little bit better here. Oh, this looks great. It's going to taste terrific too. And it has a nice bite to it. You'll really like this. So just set this up in a bowl right here. You'll notice I just have enough dressing to really flavor the cabbage. Let this set up for a couple hours before you try and eat this, and you're really going to like it. You can see how easy the ingredients are. Just the cabbage, the red onion, dried cranberries, a little olive oil, cranberry juice, sugar, raspberry vinegar, cayenne pepper, and salt and pepper to taste. I just realized I forgot to put in the olive oil. I'll do that while we're on break. We're going to take a little break, and then when we come back, we're talking tahini-flavored pork satay. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. welcome back to Let's Cook. You see the great satays. Those are the tahini-basted pork satays we're making today. I'm going to show you how to make them. The first thing, however, we have to do is we have to make our dressing. Now, to make the dressing, it's very simple. We have some tahini paste right here. That's ground sesame seeds right there. So we're going to use this tahini paste in there. Additionally, we will need some oil. So I'm using a little bit of olive oil there. Water, lemon juice, soy sauce, and a little bit of finely chopped parsley right there. So we're going to use those. We'll just take this and mix this up well. And we're going to use this for two things. We're going to use this, one, to baste our pork with, our satay with, and additionally, we're going to use this as a dressing. So I'm going to get this made right here. Then this is coming out. I'm going to take out about a little bit of this because I need this for my dressing. Whoops, I forgot the honey. We need just a little bit of honey in here. Okay. I could just watch honey run all day. I love it so much. I could just watch it run all day. So we have a little bit of honey there. We'll just mix that in here. This is for the satay. This is my dressing for the salad. Now, when you go to cut the pork, I have a nice piece of pork tenderloin here. It's very tender. We're just going to take this and cut this in very thin slices. Now, one way you can cut it in thin slices, you could just go like this, take your knife and bring it across this way. The way I like to do it is I actually prefer to come on a little bit of an angle, hold my hand this way, and bring the knife across. This way, I end up with a little nicer piece. I'll just show you what this looks like. We end up with a nicer piece right here, and it's going to fit and give us better coverage here. You see the difference? I like this one better. So, let me see. I just better end up cutting up the rest of this. Just be careful, very careful when you're doing this, not to cut yourself. So if you turn your fingers up this way and you just pull the knife across this way and don't saw, just use a nice sweeping motion like this. It's nice and safe. If you're not comfortable with that, then just, you can actually have your butcher do it. So we take our pork. We're just going to put it right in here. Let me just get a fork. We're just going to toss this around and let this marinate just a little bit. That looks good. Okay, now, to put these on the skewers, there's a certain way where you're going to put these on the skewers so they don't fall off. Let me show you how we do that. Just going to take the pork here, and you shingle it back and forth this way so it really gets on there tight. And you want it to be nice and flat, but you do want it to go on there tight. We're only going to put about 3 pieces on. And by the way, this is a great way to get ready for summer. So let me just get another 1 or 2 on here. You can do these up ahead. You can let these sit in the refrigerator, let them marinate a little bit, or you can cook them right away. Either way, it's going to work. But see, you can take a nice thin slice like this and put it on a skewer. You can use these for an appetizer. You can use these for an hors d'oeuvre. You can even make a meal out of these, out of this world. And again, pork's one of those healthy meats now because they're breeding it to contain less saturated fat, less fat in general, which means you also do not want to overcook the pork. So let's, whoops, just have one strangling piece here. We'll just put this right on here, but we want to get them nice and tight. I'm broiling these, but you can also cook these on the barbecue too. If you're going to cook them on the grill or the barbecue, it's a good idea to take the bamboo skewers that you're using and soak them in a little bit of water before you use them, and then they'll have less of a tendency of burning up. Okay, let's see these. Oh, beautiful. Now, I'm just going to show you what these look like right here because these are about 3/4 of the way done. See the nice caramelization that we're getting? The only thing we're going to do, we're just going to turn these over right now and then just take this and baste these a little bit too. You really need to baste these while they're cooking just to keep them nice and moist. There we are. So we have those there. Let me get these back under the broiler here. Now we'll make our salad. To make the salad, I'm going to just use a nice, easy mesclun mix with this. So let me just get a spoon right here. There we go. Just Okay, this is the mesclun mix. We have some frisee in here. We have some baby spinach. We have some radicchio and a little bit of mosh. So we're going to put that in there. Then we're just going to take our dressing right here, toss this around. This just enough to coat the lettuce here. We'll toss this around. Notice I don't have too much here. Now, the one thing that I did not put in here is any salt because of the tahini that's in there. But the lettuce can take just a little bit more salt here. A little bit more pepper. Oh, here we are. Just kind of toss this around. Beautiful. So now we'll set this up on a plate right over here. Doesn't this look great? Nice, healthy, light way to get the summer going. A little bit of salad on a nice plate here. Build it up a little bit in the middle. Then, again, because we want a little bit of differing texture and flavor here, I have some sprouts right here, and I'm just going to put those sprouts right in the middle there. That's going to give it a real nice earthy flavor. Okay, these are great. Beautiful. So now our satays are ready to go. They look terrific. So all we're going to do now is set these up right on a salad. So this wonderful tahini basted pork satay. Now we have a couple of things going on this salad right here. We have the heat of the pork. We have the flavor of the sesame seed. And then we have the lightness of the salad. It's a beautiful way to get the summer going. Let me just get these so they stay up there nice. Right, okay, almost here, beautiful. It's up. You know, we're gonna have to take a little break right now. I don't want you to go anywhere because when we come back, two of my favorites, bananas and chocolate, we're gonna put them together and make a delicious mini banana chocolate loaf. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Let's Cook, where we are definitely getting ready for summer. Bananas and chocolate. We're making a chocolate banana bread, banana loaf, banana cake, call it what you want, but it's got bananas and chocolate. It's delicious. First thing we're going to do is we're actually going to use a creaming method. A creaming method is where you would take, I'm using butter, but shortening. You would take your fat with your sugar and cream them together. Once it gets soft and that butter's incorporated with the sugar and it gets pale yellow in color, then we'll add our eggs. Then we add the bananas. So let's start creaming these right away. And then while these are creaming, we can go ahead and start to sift our dry ingredients together. So we're just going to start this here, add our sugar to this, and let it really cream together. It's going to take a few minutes. We're going to let that cream together. Now, we have to sift our ingredients. I have a bowl here, but I also have parchment paper. A lot of times, when you're baking, it's a good idea to not sift it into a bowl, but to sift it into the parchment paper, because then you can control how the flour or your dry ingredients go into your mixer. So, sifting is also important because it mixes everything together. It also incorporates air. It's going to make it a little lighter. So, have my sifter here. I'm going to take first my flour, which was already sifted once, with my salt, with my baking powder. We just sift these together. Okay. Make sure just push it through if there's anything there. But if there's anything that should not go through the sifter there, that's where it's going to stay. Now let's come over here. We're starting to cream this, but we need to stop this for a second right now. We're going to pick this up and we're just going to take and bring the butter down a little bit. Clean up the sides there a little bit whenever you go to cream this. So let's cream this here a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to add our eggs one at a time. So it's a good idea when you add the eggs, break them into a bowl, then add them one at a time, let them get incorporated. You can see how simple the ingredients are here. You know, we're using the bananas. Oh, I have to talk about them in a second. Then the flour, baking powder, salt, shortening, or butter. I like butter. Sugar, eggs, a little bit of lemon zest, and ganache. I'm going to show you how that ganache gets worked in there too. The ganache is actually chocolate and heavy cream, and I'm going to show you how to make that in a second segment. Now, letting this mix up a little bit. Now, the bananas we're going to use. I have my bananas right here. I'm just going to slow the mixer down now, and we're just going to add the bananas in. Let them get broken up in there. Let the paddle do it. Let me tell you about the bananas now. The uglier, the better. Let them get really ripe. Let them get really dark. Concentrates the sugar. Concentrates the flavor. So if you have old bananas at home, that's the best for banana bread. So have that there. The only other thing I have to do is I need to make a little lemon zest here. To make the zest, I'll just use a peeler here. If you don't have a peeler, you just peel the lemon off, just like this. And then with our knife, we're just going to take it and cut this down here, cut this across here, making sure we get it really fine. Want to get this really, really fine. There we are. Lemon zest goes in. Now you'll see that this is going to appear a little broken up now. I'll just stop it for a second so you can see it appears a little broken up here. We're going to put this on a slow speed now and just add our dry ingredients here till they get incorporated. A little bit at a time. See how nice that looks? Just a little bit. And you don't want to overmix this because you don't want the gluten or the elasticity of the flour to develop too much. Once it's just incorporated like this, shut it off. We're going to take this now off of the machine and we're going to fold in a little bit of the ganache. Chocolate and bananas. Can you think of it? I can't think of too many things that go better than that together. So I have a little bit of ganache right here. All I'm going to do with my little bit of ganache right here is I'm just going to add maybe about 1/3 of a cup right here. This, I'm just going to gently fold in to the batter. About 3 or 4 turns, that's it. I'm done. Now I'm ready to get these in the oven. Isn't this great? This is silicone, nothing sticks to it. I don't have to flour it. I don't have to butter it. I don't have to do anything to it. Doesn't react with the food. So we'll just take this and I'll use a pastry bag to get these into the these little loaf pans that I have here. So just drop this right in here. Now when you pipe this in, there's a certain way you're going to do that as well. Have the pastry bag set up right here. We're just going to come over here, pipe this down this way, let it come till it's about 1/3 of the way up, and then we cut it off. See how we just cut that off right there? You don't want to overfill them. The chocolate is mixed nicely in there. It's going to make it nice and rich, about halfway up, 2/3 of the way up. They're nice and full. We bake these at a 350-degree oven till the skewer or the toothpick comes out clean. They take about 30 minutes in the oven. They take a while to cook because of the moisture content of the bananas, which are also loaded with potassium. Very good for you. We're going to take a little break right now, and then when we come back, I'm going to show you how you make the ganache to finish these delicious banana chocolate cakes we're making today. And let's go. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Let's Cook. The chocolate banana breads look good, don't they? Now we have to make the ganache to go with them. To make the ganache, I have some heavy cream here that I'm just going to bring up to a boil. I have some chocolate chips right here, and once my heavy cream comes to a boil, all I'm going to do is add that hot cream right in here to the chocolate. All we do is stir this to melt that chocolate. And what's going to end up happening is the two fats from the chocolate are going to come together. They're going to dissolve. It's going to melt, and you're going to end up with a beautiful, rich chocolate ganache. Doesn't that look great? And you can reuse this all the time. Now, I already have some banana breads done here. A couple of ways I can handle finishing them. One way I can handle is I can just take a little powdered sugar, sprinkle a little powdered sugar on them. That'll work. I can also just take them, dip them in the ganache, just the top here. Go like that so you have a nice top too. So if you just want a little bit of chocolate on top, you can do it that way. However, if you really, really like chocolate, what you can do is you can go like this, turn it upside down, take a little bit of the ganache here, put it on top this way, then take your top, sprinkle that with a little powdered sugar, and put that right here so that you're getting the best of both worlds. I love summertime. I love getting ready for the summer. I love cooking in the summer. And today on Let's Cook, we did a delicious, spicy crayon coleslaw to get your summer started here. Additionally, we did a tahini-basted pork satay with a nice summer salad mix, tricolor mix, and last but not least, mini banana chocolate loaves. Thank you so much for watching Let's Cook. You have a great day. And remember, get ready for the summer. Start cooking now and enjoy yourself. Bye-bye for now.